Hey all, and welcome back to Jak and Daxter. Misty Island's done, so we're going to head on over to the next area now, Sentinel Beach. When I think of Jak and Daxter, this area in particular is what comes to mind first and foremost.
It's not my, iconic Jak level, but it's definitely one of them, mainly because it's so huge and open, and you've got this wonderfully chill background music. It's just look at it, it's so peaceful and tranquil and explosions in the distance.
Yeah,
he knows no mind.
You probably want to get out the way of the cannon's aim. We'll be able to control that at some points, but for the time being, we've got to manipulate it into opening these metal boxes for us. Keep an eye on the pelican flying around as well. He is important.
He's also very mean.
Is he? What? Will he actively attack you?
No, but he takes something from us, and we have to get it back.
He's that kind of mean. He's passive-aggressive.
Yes. He is what is known as a douche.
Sorry, I just saw the bag bounce off your head and it tickled me.
Yeah, those things won't hurt you when they first, drop down. Well, no, actually, I think they do hit you if you touch them, I think. I don't know, I did want to experiment with it, so...
Yeah. For the purposes of science, we'll leave that one alone.
Hey, that pelican just snagged a power cell.
Really? You're just calling it a pelican? You couldn't call it, Albacan or something? Portmanteau?
No, that's too much work.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a simply giant pelican.
Alright, come on, one last box. There we go. Landed right on top as well, that was dope.
Well, you see, if Jak had Crash Bandicoot's patented super body slam from warps, he could break them himself, but no.
Oh man, the one that gives you a shockwave?
Yeah, and he does that spin in the air.
What was your favourite Crash warped power-up?
Probably... oh, jeez. Probably the bazooka.
Ah, yes.
Because that was just so out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Apple Zooka. I forget, was there a double jump in that game? I gotta look this shit up now.
Yeah, you got that for beating Dingo Dial. That was your second power-up.
Oh yeah, he came back. I forgot about that. Alright, Crash warp power-ups. I'm checking this shit.
Yep, back in my day, you had to earn your double jumps. Nowadays, everybody just got them naturally.
Pretty sure these are all here. Let me just go to warped. Feel free to talk about the level while I dick about in this Wikipedia article of a completely different game.
Well, as Daxter just said, we have to race this pelican to get the power cell that he spat out. If you can't get it fast enough, he'll just scoop it back up and you gotta do it again.
You can destroy the pelican, actually, by utilising the cannon that was firing at us earlier. But again, this is a pro strat.
You can? You can do that?
Yep, I saw it with my own eyes.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's dope.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
And isn't that the point of Let's Plays, really?
Yeah, you share experiences with, other commentators, reviewers, you look back on the good times, the bad times, the not so well rendered times.
Yeah.
And then you learn something.
I just want a list of power-ups. How hard is this internet?
Well, I'll list them for you because they're in my mind.
Okay.
Your first power-up you get from Tiny the Tiger is the Super Body Slam. You use that to break those super metal crates. The second you get from Dingo Dial was the Double Jump, which is simply a double jump.
Oh, I love double jumps.
The third one you get from Dr. Entropy, which is a very good pun, is the upgrade to his Death Tornado Spin trademark, which lets you glide, which I'm pretty sure which is what, Crash Spin was based on, I'd imagine. The fourth you get from Dr. Engine was the Bazooka, and then the last you get from Dr. Cortex was the Super Dash thing.
I guess they wanted to give you that at the end of the game so you could go for the Platinum Relics and so on.
Yep.
Nothing like that in this game as far as I'm aware, time trial wise and whatnot.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not sad that it's gone or anything, it's just, they brought some stuff over from Crash and left others behind.
It would be pretty interesting to see some kind of time trial stuff where you could use a Blue EQ to run faster and do, specially designed, trials and stuff.
There are races in Jak 2, I believe, so they sorted that out at least.
And there's even more races in Jak 3.
Oh yeah, they're fun actually. I like Jak 3's races a lot.
That is he.
And they even made an entire racing game for Jak.
Jak X.
Seems to be a bit of a pattern with, well, certain Naughty Dog franchises. You get 3 games and a racing game.
And then a karting game. Yeah, she had Crash Team Racing, Jak X, and of course, Uncharted. No, that's not a real thing.
I'm still holding out for Uncharted or The Fast of Us. I want one or the other.
The Fast of Us. That's amazing. Man, I love beach levels in games. Can you think of any that kind of stuck with you in terms... It doesn't even have to be like 3D platformers, just video games in general.
Well, my thing is always, it's either ice levels or any kind of thing that's suspended in the air. I like floating stuff, floating cities, floating factories, military bases, things like that. But I love ice snow levels. That's my thing.
Okay, well, we'll be going to one of those later at Jak, so I guess we'll leave that sort of trope discussion for later in the game. But as for me, obviously I've mentioned Treasure Trove Cove. I don't know, it's just the peaceful nature, the blue skies, the yellowish white sand, the blue seas. It just all mixes together to create a very peaceful atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a beach a few times when I was younger. It's fun to just sit on the beach and just look at the water and just, look into the distance and think, somewhere out there is Europe. Across that's water.
Nobody knows where, but we'll find it one day.
It's probably that way since it is east.
Yeah, since Brexit, we just can't find the continent anymore. They pissed off the parts unknown. I like the idea of fucking Reggie Gigas coming along and towing Europe away. Like, no, you vote to leave, see ya. Sorry, I don't mean to get political with these Let's Plays.
It's okay, it happens. So there isn't a lot of really... Well, you don't really need to do a lot of swimming in this game, but sometimes you have to do it to get a few precursor orbs that are under the water. So what you do is you hold down square to dive, and then just use the left stick to move around. And eventually he will run out of air, so you kind of have to go back up. That's about it.
It's not the best kind of like 3D swimming. Obviously like God of War would do it better, I think. But there's no like levels designed around you needing to swim as far as I'm aware, so whatever.
It's good.
Well, thanks Daxter for spoiling the answer to this puzzle, I guess.
Yeah, Daxter's kind of here to kind of give you hints. Normally I would have turned them off, but I figured, for commentary purposes, I guess it kind of helps to have him do a little bit of a talking to.
Oh, can you actually turn them off?
Yeah, in the options menu, you can just turn off hints, and that'll just remove all of his, little random quotes about stuff.
Now see, I like that, because I've got no problem with hints being in the game, but sometimes, I don't know, maybe when I'm feeling a bit too cocky and big for my britches, I would like to try and figure it out myself. But the fact that the option is there, the choice is available, that is a big, tick in the plus column for me.
Hey, video games, have options. Lots of them. It's good.
Oh, we've even got ruins on this beach. Oh, two of my favourite tropes coming together.
More callbacks to kind of, sort of like Crash, because Crash had a lot of ruined jungle level kind of aesthetics in those games.
Why, especially in the first game, where it was literally set on an island.
That being said, you think Crash would feel right at home in any Uncharted game?
Yeah.
Except, no, because he could probably defend himself because he has a bazooka. He could fight any enemy.
I just love the idea of Nathan Drake having to shoot down Crash Bandicoot, and he can't because Crash is firing apples at him. It's too much for your mind, wasn't it? Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the dream crossover to light. That will never get made.
Stop taunting my dreams.
I try not to, but it's so easy and fun.
So yeah, scaring off all of those birds was actually a mission of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah?
I guess the precursors are happy.
They caused an avalanche. Let's check it out.
Okay, Daxter, I was going to do that anyway.
I'd call that more of a rock slide than an avalanche. There's no snow involved. But what do I know? I'm not a geologist.
Well, would that count as a hint? It's more stating the obvious than anything. Just turn Daxter off in general, really. That'd be a nice choice. You left chest back there, chaff. You left chest back there, chaff. I'm getting emotional.
It's fine. It's fine. Nothing to worry about.
You go back for them, bro.
Shh. It's fine.
Okay. Babby Tom will sit down, sit quietly. Man, you are really efficient in this run, I'm digging it.
Yeah, it gets a little bit rougher in the later levels because it gets pretty hard actually later on, but right now it's kind of, we're still, I would call it, these first few levels the tutorial-ish levels because, they're not too hard. They offer a little bit of challenge, but they teach you the basics. Just challenging enough.
I forget, is there any fall damage in the game?
There is. I believe you take like, one eco thing of damage when you fall.
Okay.
But no, like, fall too high and you insta-die. There's just bottomless pits and stuff that'll kill you. But you can, like, negate that by spinning right before you hit the ground.
Ah, okay. A little bit like in Legend of Zelda, where you try and do, like, a leap attack just before you hit the ground.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. You Nintendo playing fuck. So are the number of, like, power cells in each world, shall we say, the same?
No. Some, I believe, like, the least power cells in a level was probably, like, 2. Ooh. And then the most is probably, like, 7 or 8.
Jesus. Kind of little bit triggering there. I like my levels to have, like, either 5 or 10, just keep it nice and round.
Just consistent. So yeah, thank you, birds, for starting an avalanche that caused a rock to fall and spawn a power cell.
Caca, you're welcome.
So yep, that's it.
Really? That's all of it?
Yeah, it's a pretty big level, but there's not that much in there.
Although I imagine, like, obviously I wasn't, checking the news feeds and shit at the time, that when they first started to show off Jak and Daxter, this would be the level they would show off, because it would show off the power, the unlimited power of the PS2.
Games will never look better than this. Never.
Video games will never be the same again. And then the GameCube and the Xbox came along and trounced them visually, but the PS2 may have been the weakest console of that gen, but it still put out some fucking classics.
Boy, did it ever.
Oh man. Like, if you had a PS2 and a GameCube, you were set.
I wanted a GameCube, actually, as a kid, because I remember I actually played Melee at a friend's house once, and I loved it. And I was like, oh my god, I need this console. I put it on my birthday list, at the top of my birthday list, in fact. I put stars next to it. See, when you put stars next to a thing on your birthday list, that means you're supposed to get it. I didn't get it.
It was at the top of the list and had stars and everything, though.
I could have gotten a GameCube, Melee, Sunshine, Star Fox Assault. Nope.
I've never played Assault, so I don't take my, sigh of derision as any kind of indicament of what I think of the game.
I played the demo and that was enough.
I just laugh because I think we all did the same thing with lists when we were kids. But that's it for today's installment of Jak and Daxter, guys. We shall see you next time for part 5 of the playthrough. Bye for now.